We are live at the Jack Breslin Student Event Center on the campus of Michigan State University, where tonight AT&T Broadband presents MSU Women's Basketball. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ben Stark for AT&T Broadband. Glad to have you with us throughout the Lansing area for the opening night of the college basketball season. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ben Stark for AT&T Broadband, along with Sue Carter. Glad to have you with us throughout the Lansing area. Well, Sue, as you know, the college basketball season started last night, and for the MSU Spartans, a very satisfying 26-point victory.
Been a great way to begin in earnest. This is a tough Boston College team.
Definitely a top 25 team, and last year Boston College was 25-2 against teams that were unranked, and MSU currently is still unranked. Well, the Michigan State women's basketball team comes into tonight's ball game 5-5, but like we've been telling you for the last month, they are better than a 500 ball club.
Christy Pung in her final game at the Breslin Center for three. Interesting, though, to watch Kim Bell down low. Collier turns, shoots, scores. They've given MSU a handful in the first 13 minutes of the ball game. Takeaway by Pagel. Why pass? Why not just lead the break? There's the pass to Jackson. Count it, and the foul.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Ben Stark for AT&T Broadband. Welcome to Edward Majeski Stadium, where tonight the Sexton Big Reds will host the Grand Ledge Comets. It is the home field for both the Eastern Quakers and the Everett Vikings. Neither team has won the league in quite a while, but the fact remains the winner of tonight's game will be in first place for at least a week in the CAC.
Second down and 7, ball at the 25-yard line. Stitt with the pitch to McKnight, coming to the near side, and great tackle that time by Joe Wolscheid.
Responsibilities for the Trojan tight ends include a lot of blocking, but occasionally you get a chance to catch the ball. First down and 10, ball into Sexton territory at the 44-yard line. Trojans sticking with the single setback, sticking with Gulick. This will be a give to Bagwell, who breaks a couple, and he is close to another first down. Well, if you weren't with us last night, and if you haven't picked up the paper yet, I'll bring you the bad news. MSU lost last night to Illinois in 5 games, despite outscoring the Fighting Illini 60-49. And that loss brings MSU now below 500 in the Big Ten. They are 6-7 right now and struggling. Iowa is in town tonight, fresh off their 5-game victory over Michigan last night in Ann Arbor. Both teams are 5-4 in the Big Ten, in 5th place. And speaking of strategy, it's Jenny Rude out and Nikki Colson in now to serve. And she gets the ace. Betsy Spicer wanted to let that one go by, but it was in. And the Michigan State Spartans continue to struggle with injuries. 2 weeks ago, it was freshman Amy Sibrinson who went out with a severe ankle sprain. This week, senior middle Jessica Sanborn is out also with a stress fracture, a broken bone in her foot. And the story will get worse. We just got word before tonight's match that Sarah Gustin is also injured.
Spicer poking it across, free ball for Michigan State. Rude to Landry, back row attack by Hartley. Dug back across by Spicer. Gustin will pass to Landry, and back to Gustin. There it is, from the left side. 10-1 Michigan State. Tiffany Thomas, plenty of speed down there at second base. She'd score on just about anything. Here's a rip into left field. Thomas going to come in on this one easily as the ball gets by the left fielder, Pyre, and a stand-up double for Stacy Phillips.
They've got a very good local player from Lansing Eastern High School, Molly Peterman. We saw her 2 years ago. She lit it up against MSU even though the Spartans won her senior year, and she's averaging about 18 a game.
We knew 3 weeks ago it was a tough stretch on the schedule, and the worst-case scenario was that MSU would lose 5. They have done that. A couple of the games were close, a couple of the games were not close. MSU now 2-6 in the conference. That's a tough place to be. They are 8-11 overall. It is 9-0 Michigan State. As Christy Pung checks the baseline, comes back, Skelly shooting again and scoring. Under 2 to play now. Ball taken away by Candace Jackson. So 3-on-2. Jackson, and the foul.
Basket is good by Candace Jackson.
Since that time, MSU dropped a road game in Grand Rapids against Eastern Michigan. The Spartans are now 3-3 and struggling with some injuries, but still a very competitive ball club. Spartans are 3-12 right now. They've locked up 9th place in the conference, and that means they will play Ohio State in round 1 of the Big Ten tournament.
And they do not reset the shot clock because the ball did not hit the rim. Pung from the corner, nothing but net.
Our guest commentator for this ball game will be Tracy Rankin. You may be familiar with Tracy from MSU radio coverage of MSU women's basketball. She played at Central Michigan. She coached there. She will be with us tonight. It'll be interesting to see what Tracy has to say about her old team.
Shot clock down to 5, and dumps down low to Pagel, and she scores. Tonight, the Spartans back in action as the Big Ten schedule is underway. MSU 2-1 in the league, a good start after 3 games. They are 8-6 overall. And tonight they welcome the Wisconsin Badgers, a very dangerous team. We don't know which Wisconsin team will show up tonight.
Aaron Skelly thinking about it in the corner. Decides otherwise. Now Minarice for 3. Yes! Spartans are hot. Here's the East Lansing offense with Hallams at quarterback. Travis Gulick will also play quarterback. Moranek, the fullback who just ran the ball. Antoine Bagwell, the big ball carrier. Wilburn Walker, the ends. And this is Antoine Bagwell, and he's going to break loose and score a touchdown for East Lansing. No flags on the field. A 15-yard touchdown run for Antoine Bagwell. Well, tonight we turn our attention to 2 programs who are both 1-1 in the CAC and 1-3 overall. But what a difference between these 2 schools. East Lansing under the direction of Hall of Fame head coach Jeff Smith in the middle of what could be their worst season since 1986. They give him about a half yard on that, so they're going to call it 2nd down and 9. Hallams has been the quarterback since a couple of weeks into the season. Projected quarterback this year was going to be Malcolm Hardy. Gulick then played, and finally Hallams. And this is Gulick with the ball out of the backfield for an East Lansing first down. Well, tonight's matchup features a couple of teams that had very slow starts this year. The East Lansing Trojans losing their first 3 games of the season, but they are in the middle of running the table. They've won their last 4, and they could make it to the state playoffs with the win tonight and next week at home. Still in the opening minutes of this ball game, East Lansing with the 7-0 lead. Capitalizing on a Sexton fumble on the 2nd play from scrimmage, scoring 2 plays later. Big kickoff return by Kyrie McKnight goes nowhere for Sexton. East Lansing now on their own 42. Single setback for the Trojans. And they did change quarterbacks. That's Gulick. And he's throwing to Moranek for a first down. Spartans are just kind of doing it methodically here tonight. Minarice for 3.
3 points.
Before we wrap up our first half of pregame, though, since Professor Carter is on sabbatical this semester, we'll turn the tables and a pop quiz now. Professor Carter, 3 questions. Can you name the all-time leading rebounder in MSU women's basketball history?
I think her first name is Kristen.
That's right. All right, now can you name the all-time leading shot blocker in MSU women's basketball history?
I see an R. Rasmussen.
You got it again. And now for the perfect trifecta. Which MSU women's basketball player last year was named first team All-Big Ten?
Can I have a lifeline?
Okay, a lifeline.
It's
Answer
Kristen.
is Kristen Rasmussen, and she will be our guest commentator tonight.
You know, it was a great feeling, and I'm glad to be there.
You were originally picked by Utah, and you went out there very excited, gave it your best. For some reason, they made a bad personnel move and let you go, but what was bad for Utah is good for the Miami Soul. 3rd down and 8 for Sexton. Early in the 3rd quarter, the Big Reds trail 21-0. The junior quarterback, DeQuan Stitt, with plenty of pressure on him right now, and he drops the snap. He's going to try and make something out of this, and he is in big trouble right now. He's going to get away from a couple of guys still loose, and he completes the pass. And this is Kevin Ford getting back to line of scrimmage and gaining yardage, and they turned it into about a 5-yard gain on the play. All right, let's see who it is. Demetrius Hallams back at quarterback, and he's keeping it this time and coming back the other way. This is Demetrius Hallams outrunning everybody. No flags on the field. This is going to be a 63-yard touchdown run by Demetrius Hallams. Kicking off now is Jeff Outsley, and this time it's going to be Kyrie McKnight catching it, almost stepping out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A great kick. And Kyrie McKnight tripped up and now breaking through. This is Kyrie McKnight across the 50 and finally will be run out of bounds. A great return. There are no flags on the field. And McKnight takes it across the 25 down at the 24-yard line.
And again, it will be a wonderful matchup. Hopefully we'll have Becky back and the team's continuing to play well, and tonight's certainly off to a great start.
Yeah, I was going to talk about all the work that's being done here at the Breslin Center. It's a huge project, a multi-million-dollar project, I believe. People just see all the construction outside and they grumble about it a little bit. You've lost a few parking spaces for the time being. But when this thing is done, it's going to be great.
I personally believe Breslin is one of the finest basketball facilities in the country. Hang with us, look for the finish line, and hopefully we can get through all the parking challenges.
And by the way, am I mistaken, or is there a ball game here tomorrow night?
There absolutely will be. I believe Florida might be coming to town, and certainly we hope people are here.
Played on this floor.
You betcha.
Played on this floor.
And so I guess really we can just say it should be another automatic win, and hopefully another winning streak to extend.
We'll hope for the best. Thank you, Shelley, for stopping by with us again here at halftime.
It's my pleasure, Ben.
Shelley Applebaum, Associate Athletic Director. Spartans with the big halftime lead. We have the second half coming up after this.